shrimp. Much for joining for tasting time. Hi, I'm Katie O'Reilly and welcome to KDO's Food Carnival. Spice it up global style. Episode 3. How exciting! We are going from the west coast to Africa, through Thailand, over to Mexico. Wait until you travel on this carnival ride with me. Let's jump into the kitchen. Hi, KDO. Welcome to the Carnival Kitchen. Grains of paradise from West Africa. Going up through Ethiopia into Portugal for spice trade. We see it all kinds of places, but what is it? Originally, it was our version of black pepper. It was the most popular crop going on. It comes in a pod. It's beautiful. It is more citrusy and a little bit more spicy than our traditional, currently known black pepper, but we can use it the same way. Let's reinvent it. It's really cool. Let me show you. Because it's from the ginger and the cardamom family, I chose duck. Let's do a rub on duck. Working with the grains of paradise is exotic to say the least. It's not so far from what we already know because it's very similar to the pepper, black pepper family. However, it has a citrusy kick to it. It's in the same family, believe it or not, as cardamom and ginger. So we've got a little bit more exotic than a black pepper. It is also sometimes called the Margarita pepper. It is oftentimes originated in West Africa, but through the years it's kind of branched out. It's gone into Portugal, gone into other areas through spice trade. Obviously we've seen that. It's big in Ethiopian cooking and it marries extremely well in rubs and textures on top of beautiful meat to season it. I'm gonna show you with duck. Duck of paradise, how cool. So many people are confused with how you treat duck because people are like, oh, your duck skin's not right. Let's talk about a duck skin, right? First of all, our rub for this is going to be our grains of paradise, cardamom, and we've also got some lime zest. If we mix all of these together, we rub our duck breast 12 hours in advance, let it sit on there and just steep those flavors right in. Now, one of the ways of treating duck itself, when you're doing a duck with the skin on, always score it. And you might hear that over and over again. What it means is take your knife and slice through that skin. When you rub the marinade on at this point, A, it'll hit the meat of the duck, and B, it'll allow the fire, the heat, once you put it in your hot pan, to penetrate and caramelize and crisp up that skin in so many ways. This is gonna go in, like I said, 12 hours in this rub. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this in a pan and crisp it up. Just watch and see. Skin side down, rocking it. We're gonna let that baby get crispy. All right, now this is gonna take, we're at medium-high heat. This is gonna take us about, I would say 4 to 6 minutes until we're 3/4 of the way cooked through. When our duck is done, we are gonna still have a slight pink, but a crispy skin. Oh, yummy. Can you see how we do this? That crispy skin duck with that grains of paradise rub. Crispy skin. The lime zest brings out the zestiness in the pepper. Cardamom, that numbing kind of sensation. And then the peppery is right there. The spice comes alive and dances in your palate. And you know that you've been missing something with just regular black pepper. Sprinkle it on your broccoli with a little lemon zest, and you have lemon pepper broccoli that is now a colorful side dish that everyone will be talking about. How cool is that? simple, and preserve the uniqueness and the freshness of the actual ingredients. I love it. How about some tomatoes that have been burst in the oven? Beautiful heirloom tomatoes in different colors, have a natural citrus. Sprinkle those once they come out. Little olive oil, little grains of paradise. You're going there. Texture, brightness, bursts of flavor, and juicy. So amazing to eat as a meal and extremely healthy. I also love a couscous mixed with dried fruits and dried cherries and olives. Sweet, savory, and then peppery with grains of paradise. So unique. You gotta love it. It's like one of those things you can't stop taking a bite of. It's beautiful. Okay, steak à poivre is a classic peppered steak. It's French, everybody knows it. It's got a creamy cognac sauce. How do we work in our grains of paradise in that one? Grains of paradise being quite like the peppercorn, I have chosen some of my favorite peppercorn recipes and gone ahead and replaced the regular peppercorn, the black peppercorn, with the grains of paradise because it adds a different dimension to your palate. It's going to intrigue it in a little bit more citrusy way and maybe a little bit more spice, so that's all cool. Steak à poivre is a classic French dish. I'm doing it with a filet mignon, and I've got my grains of paradise mixed with just a couple of the à poivre, little garlic salt, little salt and pepper, except pepper is our grains of paradise. So cool. So when we're doing our steaks, coat them beautifully. Put them on the grill, just like that. Make your normal grill, and let's go for what we do from there. So treat it just like you would be treating a grilled steak. Doesn't matter your cut. I like to use the filet because this is very easy to show. I have done some sliced crispy potatoes just in a pan with olive oil and a little sea salt on them. And then the classic cognac au poivre sauce, which has peppercorns in it. Once again, take a gorgeous recipe, cognac, cream, reduce it down with grains of paradise, replacing those peppercorns. And you're gonna have a citrusy finish to this dish. It's gonna make your palate go dancing. It's going to bring you from France into Africa. I'm telling you, have fun spicing it up. And then once you grill it up and it's just covered in that fabulous cognac sauce, you have what we would consider a French West African merger. Yum. I am going to show you one other thing that is really going to blow your mind, and that's working grains of paradise, citrusy pepper, into apple pie filling. I am going to tell you that Alton Brown from the Food Network does this recipe. So I have actually challenged myself to make his recipe, and it is a delight. A total tingling on the palate. I encourage you to go find his recipe and try it at home. That is dessert with pepper. Totally spicing it up. We'll be right back. All right, Katie O'Reilly. Katie's Food Carnival Kitchen, welcome back. We are going into two spices that are really unique but kind of go hand in hand, and I want to marry them because they do transfer over. One is the long pepper, originating out of India, a very spicy version of our black pepper. Okay, so it's really fun. If you can get your hands on some, you might have to find it via the internet and have it sent in to you because it's not really very available. Rightfully so, it's spicier black pepper. So if you cannot find it, but you still want to do these recipes, definitely just use a good quality black pepper kernel, corn. The other one is the kaffir lime, found all throughout Asia, Thailand, all these ingredients. The two of them marry very beautifully into so many things because it's citrusy with the zest of that kaffir lime. There's like this aromatic nose punch of brightness that really goes on with it. And then you add in that element of spiciness from those Indian spices, and it's intriguing. So Long pepper, kaffir lime. Let's get started. How do we work with these? What do we do? Let's keep it simple so you don't get too complicated about it. Let's make asparagus with a long pepper gremolata. Hi, kiddo. Welcome to the Carnival Kitchen with the long pepper. Keeping it simple with our spices is sometimes the best way we can relate to a recipe. So I know this is going to seem simple, but a long pepper gremolata over either roasted or poached asparagus. Let's start with our asparagus. Very simple. Whatever you've got, cut the big stems off if you have it, clean it up. If you're roasting it in the oven, toss it in a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. Put it on a cookie sheet, throw it in the oven at about 400 for 15 minutes. That's going to be beautifully cooked down, get some nice roasted flavor for you. You can grill asparagus, and this will work beautifully with that if it's summertime and you have an outdoor grill. You can also just put the asparagus in some water with some lemon floating in it and make a citrus poached asparagus. All good things. Now for the long pepper. Long pepper is like a really spicy version. It's in the same family as black pepper, but it's more spicy. It's usually found in India. Comes in a cone. Also has a fruit going with it, but it's spicier. So we grind it down, dry it out, grind it down to recognize it in our palates. I'm gonna mix the ground long pepper with some beautiful, fresh, really finely chopped parsley, because gremolatas love parsley. So basically parsley, lime zest, or lime juice. You can use lemon if you prefer, but I like lime, and garlic. So we just toss in a little of our minced garlic. And what we're gonna wanna do is just mix this all up. And when it's all fully mixed, and it's got the amount of garlic that we want in it, now you season to taste. You can put a little salt in here if you want. You can also sprinkle the sea salt afterwards. And if you are roasting in the oven, keep in mind you have olive oil already on your asparagus. You don't want to add excess oil. So this is going to be done. We're going to put our asparagus plated up when it's all cooked up and just cover it with this sauce that's been sitting together, marinating for about 2 hours. Yum. Once finished, it's going to have the lime zest. It's going to have that pepperiness. It's citrusy, peppery, and fresh all at the same time. I'm just going to bring your palate dancing, and that is a treat that's really working with your natural body energy because it's a fresh vegetable with fresh ingredients. Then the spices bring it to a new level, and I love garlic, so that garlic really punches it out too with parsley. All right, in Indonesia, one of the most common dishes is called a rendang. It's a sauce, and it is made with long peppers, and also you can add kaffir limes when brewing the sauce into it. So there's many variations of the recipe, but there's also, since it's stewed so long, it can definitely take other ingredients. I recommend adding both to that sauce. Get your best recipe and add to it, okay? Galanga is another ingredient, so look them up in line before you go shopping because you're gonna need to get some items that may not be at just your normal grocery store. Either way, choose your protein. My favorite that I've discovered is short rib in the rendang sauce. I top it with a crispy shallot. Oh, toss your shallots in a little flour, throw them in your deep fryer, and then base it with a little sliced potato and a little cilantro finish. Oh, wow, is this a must try. It's creamy, spicy, tastes super nutty, but it doesn't have nuts. It has no dairy. It's incredible. It does have coconut milk. That is something that I strongly suggest you taste and you try at home, because once you get your ingredients, that's the hard part. The rest is a covered Dutch oven. Do it. Okay, Thai food loves kaffir limes. Once you smell what a kaffir lime is, go to your specialty market, Asian market, and buy some fresh kaffir limes. And let me show you really quickly how you're gonna work with those. Hi, Katia, Carnival Kitchen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Kefir limes are oftentimes a zesty brightness in Thai cooking, Asian and Thai cooking in general. And this is what they look like. They're almost doubled when you get them. We buy them fresh in the market. And how do we treat them? We can treat them by almost treating them like a basil leaf, zested on top, an ingredient thrown in. But let me show you a couple tricks. What you want to do is make sure you take out the spine of the kefir lime. So cut that center section, that sharp spine out, because that's not really digestible. You don't want to be eating that. It's like the stem. And once you get these beautiful half moons with no stem, there's a little knife trick that I'm going to show you. Okay, oh, the smell, the aroma coming off of these, you feel like you're already in a really high-end aromatic Thai restaurant. Okay, one of the ways we like to do a julienne is you take your little half moons, no stem included, roll them up. This is a little culinary trick. Okay, you're gonna get that perfect kefir lime. Roll them up like a little secret ball and just julienne them. Look at that. Make them as thin or as thick as you want. And then you can just decorate your food with them and it will infuse the food. Wait until I'm showing you. So once you've removed the stem, you can either cook them down or stew them in a sauce and remove them afterwards, or you can just, like I said, julienne them on top. I've got a ginger Thai curry chicken with lime. I've married that with a little baby bok choy for fun, and I've got it over some sticky rice, and this is a super light citrusy flavored bright chicken dish. It has deep elements of Asian flavor. It's phenomenal. It is super in the summer months. The shrimp is a Thai coconut shrimp over some white Asian noodles, which are just phenomenal as a basic blank canvas to hold that zesty sauce. And there's some secrets to the sauce because you can buy the Penang paste in advance and you can mix that. So don't think you have to make everything from scratch. You're not buying 35 ingredients. Go buy a really high quality product and mix it with your coconut milk, little oil, steep it down, add your shrimp, throw it over with some fresh kefir lime, and you have a 5-star dish. Absolutely. Leave those tails on if you want. Pick it up. And it's got some kick to it too. A little spicy, but bright. All right, let me show you that you can actually work these ingredients into dessert too. A peppery strawberry, a long pepper strawberry. Check it out. Hi, Katia in the Carnival Kitchen. Strawberries with a simple syrup made with not only our long peppers, but also our limes. Let's get going. This is so simple. Don't overthink it. Lime juice versus lime zest. A peeler of a zest, you get the nice peel with the nice zest. So, there you see that? Perfect. That's gonna be reduced with sugar, about 100 grams, a couple tablespoons of water, actually 3 tablespoons of water, a few things of lime zest, our long peppers. If you cannot find long peppers, use black pepper, but please make this sauce. This is hot, it's been reduced. We're gonna just ladle it right on over our fresh strawberries and let that sit and marinate in this sauce. The sauce is gonna turn red. We are then, oh, that's dynamite. Once it's been stewing, like I said, the sauce turns rose gold. You can serve this over ice cream if you want, but I just want to show you that this is not to be missed. Kefir lime Thai inspired cake is incredible. This cake has a kefir lime curd inside. Let me show you a slice. It's beautiful, It presents beautifully, and it is gonna dance on your palate. So sweet or savory, citrusy or peppery, they go hand in hand. We are gonna be right back with some moving into Mexico. Thailand moves to Mexico. Wait until you see what we got coming. Hi, Katie O'Reilly. Welcome back to the Carnival Kitchen. Segment 3 finds us in Mexico. What do we got going on here? Avocado leaves. They are sitting right here before me, and I can smell the licoricey scent. These are dried, and we put them act as if they're a bay leaf. However, we mix them in with our rices and stew them into our beans. They're incredible flavor without adding too much adjustment. It's like that additive that you're like, I know I love this and I want to eat it, but I don't know why. Avocado leaves are fantastic for that. I also am featuring the Pastilla de Oaxaca chili. And this is so fun. All chilies are so creative, but unless you grew up in Mexico or have Mexican heritage in your blood and have been taught from a young age how to work with some of these ingredients, it's difficult to know everything. I will tell you, personally, I'm a student in life. So I've leaned on a lot of people to take me into the kitchen and teach me, and I'm bringing you a couple of techniques. And the first one is, what do we even do when we see that big bag of chilies? How do we even function with it? Well, let me show you. Hi, Katie O in the Carnival Kitchen. Welcome to working with chilies at the stove. This is so interesting. I wanted to show you. Oftentimes we get these bags of chilies and they've got their stem on, they're dried, and we don't know what to do with them. They've got their seeds inside. Well, break them open, take out that stem, throw them on your grill, and they get nice and smoky. You don't want to cook them too much. You want to get them smoky. Same thing, any type of dried chilies that you find, once you take out those seeds, they're going to be much less spicy and just have that beautiful smoky flavor. What do we do from there? Stick them in a pot of water and boil them down just so that they're covered. And you'll see, now I'm going to just show you because this isn't really quite boiling. It's just warmed right now, but they're going to get nice and loose. This entire mixture, water and all, is going to go in your blender, and that's going to be your spicy, smoky pepper. Those beautiful ingredients are then combined to make so many of our items here. Let's start off with a gorgeous tortilla soup. It can be made vegetarian, and literally, it is like a broth of chilies with onions and carrots. Then added to it are beautiful ingredients like shredded chicken if you like, queso fresco, crispy corn strips, and of course avocado and cilantro. The flavor is not spicy. It is building and building and building on layers in my mouth though. And it, like I said, it's not spicy. It's got smoky. It's got so many amazing qualities. These chilies are used in also a barbacoa. Now, what is a barbacoa? Barbacoa in the Mexican community is like our barbecue sauce. I've mixed it with the shredded beef. You put it right into your corn tortillas after they've been toasted in a pan, of course, just a minute on either side. Wrap them up, little queso fresco, a little lime. You are going right there. If you can't afford to make your own, I know a certain Mexican chef, American Mexican chef, who's a master chef who has a product on the market that's fantastic. So don't be shy, still make it, do your toppings, do all your ingredients. But if you have some time, try to make it on your own. All right. Before me stands chilaquiles. We hear it, we don't know what it is unless we've traveled to Mexico most times or we have good Mexican friends. Tortilla strips, or tortilla chips, layered in a gorgeous, once again, layering of flavor sauce that then I've added with mushrooms. However, you can do anything you want. You can do chicken, you can do whatever. This is like the late night snack, the breakfast snack. You can do an egg on it. You'll see it in so many ways. You can even do it just with salsa. So free yourself up, use those chips, make something fun. They get soggy and delicious. Enchiladas are one of my favorite items. A chorizo, nice and spicy, little cheese rolled into a corn tortilla. But let's not stop there. Stick that in the oven, melted cheese, right? What's this sauce going on here? A mole. We've heard so many things about mole, and you know why? Because there's so many things to say about mole. Every family in Mexico, every location in Mexico has their own secret recipe. So I can't say there's just one way, but you're gonna find that some definitely speak to you more. So I would say, if you have time on a Sunday afternoon or any afternoon and you just want to work out a recipe, you're going to find recipes that are like this long. Break it down, work with those chilies, get those ingredients and try it out. You can keep that sauce in your fridge for sometimes up to 3 weeks. Do it, you'll love it, you will not be disappointed. And the layering of flavors in these foods with these chilies, and of course, working in the avocado leaves gets multi-tiered and it just bursts your palate. Black beans, cook them down. Put those avocados in there for that licoricey glance. I love the ceviche. I'm gonna show you how I make my ceviche, but most importantly, the chips. All the time people are loving on my ceviche. I've got an incredible recipe, so let's get going. Ceviche is generally done with raw fish. Sometimes I like to lightly grill mine before, not making it cooked, but just put a little smokiness in there. Then you dice it up to the size fish that you want. Add your lime juice. Cover it in lime juice, put it in the fridge, and let it go. Let's say overnight. The lime juice does the cooking the rest of the way. So here we go. Product here, already cooked, a little bit grilled fish, and we've also made our combined ingredients to marinate together before we add them to our fish. Green olives, a great secret. White onion, chopped fine. Little jalapeno, de-seeded if you want. Tomato without the seeds also, and fresh cilantro. All of that is already in this mixture so that the seasoning and the salt from those olives kind of commingle. We're gonna just mix these all together. And the beauty is when we mix all of this together, oh, look at that. Stir it up and we are ready to go. Make sure it's all intertwined in there. Just a quick stir. You don't want to bruise your fish. And here we go. Mango and avocado in the thin sliced form. And then these little crispy chips with the pasilla de Oaxaca chilies. And this is going to dip onto our homemade tortilla strips and can be an accoutrement to our ceviche. Check it out. Okay, first of all, as I mentioned, I'm taking the kaffir limes. We were just in Thailand, and I'm marrying them with the pasilla de Oaxaca chilies, making a ground up dried rub. So these both are going to be dried, ground in your spice grinder. We're gonna take our homemade tortilla strips. And what I mean by that is you take your corn tortillas, make them into strips, dump them in your deep fryer, take them out. When they're cooled off a little bit so your hands can still handle them, take it, dip it in your lime juice and into your mixture. And there you go, voila. This is an incredible, incredible chip experience. Where does this go in our delicious treat? Take our plate, some of our dipped chips, surround it, and our ceviche. Yum. It's phenomenal. I am now going to tell you that this has been one of the most exciting spice it up tours global style I can even imagine. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you next time at the KDO Food Carnival.